here's my review of Magi, episode 1, first impressions. Let's do this. I can say this was pretty decent. I can dig it. I can dig it. And, you know, this episode sets the tone for what other episodes are gonna be, basically. So yeah, I can dig it. I can dig it. It was good. So, you know, basically we got this main character. His name is Alibaba. But well, actually before that we see this kid. His name is Aladdin, and he ends up making this deal, or he gets a wish from this big blue bulky thingy, wherever that crap is. But he ends up making a wish. We don't know what the wish is yet, but he makes a wish. And so we see this kid, we see this dude, his name is Alibaba. He's a regular old guy, just, you know, trying to do his thing, trying to make himself come up in the world, or where he lives anyways, because, you know, the slaves and just the way it is, you know, back in those times and stuff, you know, because this is set in a town where freaking Aladdin, Egyptian stuff, and genies and crap are in here. And so we end up seeing him, he's just doing his thing, and he ends up running into Aladdin. The thing is, Alibaba wants to make money. You know, he wants to make money so he can be really rich and famous, because that's what he wants to be. You know, he doesn't want to be working like this and so on and so forth. But then he worked for a guy named Budel. And so he ends up running into this kid Aladdin while he was working. He was trying to fill the cargoes up and stuff with watermelon. And so he ends up going looking in there, and he's seeing this kid. The kid's eating watermelon. Freaking Aladdin eating the watermelon. He's like, what's going on? What's the problem? I'm like, what the heck? So he's like, what's going on here? Why are you eating the watermelon? And so then that's when Budel came. And Budel's like, hey, let me go check the cargo. And he's like, nah, it's okay, I did it. It's all right. No, let me check the cargo. When he ends up checking the cargo, the kid turns around again, eating watermelon, and he's like, what's going on here? And the thing is, Alibaba gets blamed for this. Now, I don't understand this, because this happens a lot in this episode. Why does Alibaba get blamed for whatever Aladdin does? I don't get it. I mean, yes, he looks like a little kid, but still, I mean, come on. So, you know, he gets blamed for what Alibaba did, and the thing is, Aladdin loves boobies. He loved the boobies a lot. And the thing is, Budel looked like he had boobies. And so he's like, I got the boobies. I'm like, what the heck, dude? The guy was retarded. So, yeah, and that made Budel mad and stuff. And things, you have to pay him back for the watermelon and stuff. So he has to work harder now because Aladdin's eating all the food. And then he went home with Aladdin, and Aladdin eating all his food. And it's like eating everything. I'm like, dude, stop it. Stop. You should be done eating all the watermelon. Like I say, it's not. He's just now he's pretty hungry and stuff, and like I say, it's still work and whatnot. So the next instant that he's blamed for is that they end up seeing a slave. This girl had a watermelon. I mean, not watermelon. She had lemons in a bucket over her head, and she's walking and stuff like that. And the thing is, Aladdin doesn't really know too much what's going on in this world. It seems like he don't really know what's going on with slaves or anything like that. And so there's chains on her legs, so you know she's a slave. And the thing is, Aladdin ends up breaking the chains off, because apparently Aladdin has this thing called a djinn. And his name is Ugo, and it's like a mythical being inside a flute, basically. It's a genie. It's basically a genie inside this flute, and so he ends up blowing it in. Then there's just like some air or something, compressed air, whatever it is, breaks the chains off of her feet, off her legs and stuff, and so she can like get away, and that's what Aladdin was saying. But the thing is, that's when Budel came, and he's like, what's going on? You trying to free slaves? You can't even afford a slave. What you trying to do? What's going on here? And he's like, no, you think I could actually break the chain here? And he's like, nah, you couldn't do that. But like I said, he got kind of blamed for that thing again. I think like some little competition was going on, and that's when Aladdin ends up summoning these arms out of the flute, and thing was going wild. So it's like, what the heck is going on here? And so then we end up seeing this guy named Lord Jamil. Lord Jamil is way higher up than Budel, and Budel serves him. And Budel basically was like, oh, there's nothing that really happened, nothing really that big. But then Lord Jamil's like, I heard there was some weird crap going on with some magic or something. It was weird. And he's like, oh, don't worry about that. And so, but he seems curious. He seems curious. And the thing is, now after this, Alibaba and Aladdin, they ended up going into this little bar place, you know, with ladies and stuff. And Aladdin's like, boobies, you know, he's all going up in there and everything like that. And you know, he's gonna enjoy himself as well. And he's spending his money. Like the thing is, he has to pay back Budel, and he just spent his money right there. And so he walked out of there, and Budel's like, oh, so you got money to go for pleasure, but you ain't got money to pay me. So you can do it. Here's two things. You got two options. Either you go to jail, or you be a slave for me. So you work off that debt of yours. And he's like, you know what? You should know what decision I'm gonna make. And he's a slave. I'm like, what the? I thought I was gonna try to run away or something. I'm like, I don't know. It's weird. And so basically, like I said, we end up seeing Aladdin. What he wants to do, apparently, he wants to he wants to find the other djinns, the other genies, basically. He wants to find the other genies. And the thing is, they're all in dungeons, because that's what Alibaba told Aladdin, is that there are others in that dungeon, basically. There's other djinns in the dungeon. And so, basically, they have to go hunt for these dungeons and stuff like that. And so, like I said, they ended up having to do wine. So they ended up going to serve wine, not serve, but deliver the wine somewhere else. And so they're trying to do that and everything like that. And there's this big monster leaf thingy trying to eat them now because apparently the thing loves wine, and so it's gonna get you. And so it's trying to get them and everything like that. And then they end up taking the slave girl and this girl named Mina, and they end up both getting sucked into that thing, and they're about to get killed until Aladdin jumped in. The thing is, Alibaba got mad because freaking Boodel's, I hate that dude. Boodel's stupid. Like, he does not care about anybody. You don't care about, say slaves are just like things to him. He's I hate this. I hate that mindset. But like I said, he's like, the girls fell down. The thing is, Boodell could have actually grabbed that girl, but no, he's like, my wine. I'm like, what the heck, dude? He's like, oh, I saved the wine. I'm like, like, what the heck, man? But yeah. I was like, wow. So the thing is, he was mad about that, and then he ends up punching Boodell in the face because also Boodell's like, oh, I can just buy you another child because Mina's in there. There's little kids, like, and the girl's crying like, no, my baby. So he's like, no, don't worry about it. I can buy you another child. You don't have to worry about that. Like, it's like, what? Like I said, I hate him. It's like he should have fell in that thing, but nonetheless. Like I said, that's when Aladdin jumped in. He ends up summoning the whole figure of Ugo. Basically, Ugo was there, and he's all blue, big genie, like no head thingy. He just comes in there, opens the mouth, and that's when Alibaba jumps in there and stuff, trying to throw a little bit of the wine to get him out. But the thing is, there wasn't enough wine to get him out, and so he's like, crap, I'm screwed. I don't know what to do. And that's when Aladdin ends up using a scarf and using it basically as a carpet, like, the magic carpet crap. It's floating in the air. I was like, oh, snaps. And so he ends up getting all the wine, throws it into the leaf monster thing in his mouth. Things like, yeah, look that. And so he ends up let go of the people that's in there. And so they end up basically setting the tone for what's going to happen. Basically, Alibaba wants to have fame and riches and fortunes and stuff like that, and he needs to clear the dungeons. And if he can clear the dungeons the fastest, then yes, he's going to have the money and all that good stuff. And Aladdin needs to free or get all the dungeons. Basically, he has to get all the dungeons out of all the dungeons that they have to go to. So basically, they have to go to the dungeons. So this was setting the stone for the show, and there's gonna be going through a lot of dungeons and stuff like that. So it's gonna be very interesting to see what's in the dungeons, what's gonna be their like the problems going into that, and so on and so forth. A lot of mythical crap is probably gonna be happening within the dungeons because that's how stuff is in there, and it's a labyrinth basically too. So you have to figure out the way out of there and inside and out. Like I said, it's good that he has Aladdin because Aladdin has some mythical power because of the whole genie thingy inside the flute. And I'm wondering what others are like. Like what the others look like. The other dungeons. So it's gonna be pretty cool. It's pretty interesting concept. I like this. I can see myself watching more of this. So I might check out the next episode. So I'm looking forward to seeing what's gonna happen next. So this is pretty interesting. So leave your comments below and tell me what you think of the episode actually, because I'm like okay with the show so far because it's only the first episode. But I want to know your opinion on this. Leave it down below and tell me what you think. Like this review, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see some more anime reviews from me. So yeah, it's been the Thabreakmaster, and until then, break out.